Man, Avengers Age of Ultron is already out. Well, in selected theaters or whatever. Can't wait for next week to hit, but let's talk about the most badass actress that's hit the big screen in quite a while. And that is Miss Black Widow herself, Scarlett Johansson. Let's talk Scarlett Johansson. Gotta say, she has a huge, big family. Not all, from the same parents, but a big family. And of course, she has a twin brother as well. She's brought the twin brother along for basically some of the premieres and stuff. But let's also talk about how this woman has gone from pretty much not that much money in lower class to now a star. And of course, she has her mother to thank, who is a movie buff, who she pretty much influenced Scarlett Johansson to go, pretty much influenced her career with commercials, movies. You got to give it up to Scarlett Johansson. I really love this actress. I really like her as her personality. She seems fun. There has been quite a bit of movies that I have watched with her that she's really, really great. There's some controversy on a particular movie, and that's Ghost in the Shell. I think it's a great idea. A lot of people think it's whitewashed, but honestly, as I said before, as long as she nails the character of Makoto, there is no need to be saying whitewash. She just would fit the role if she does it. Now, let's talk also about basically her Black Widow. I mean, this is what made her put on her a map. That made her a bigger star than she already was. Of course, she started to become a star after Lost in Translations with Bill Murray. She went pretty much toe-to-toe acting-wise with him. So that's really what brought her name out to the public. And then, of course, Black Widow, she nailed it. She is one of the one of the most important Avenger in this series, in the Marvel MCU. I think great castings. I never would have thought Scarlett Johansson would be Black Widow, but she has nailed the role. I really loved her in Winter Soldier, her and Cap's relationship and how they play off each other. I really liked her in the Avengers, but she seemed like she didn't have too much of a personality. It really showcased that in Captain America Winter Soldier. There's also other movies she's done that I'm just looking along this lines. I can't believe she was in Home Alone 3. Home Alone 3. Not 2, not 1. Home Alone 3. Poor Scarlett. Why, Scarlett? Why, Scarlett? Eight-Legged Freaks. I honestly don't remember her in that movie. I remember the movie, advertisement and stuff. I watched a little bit of it. Lost in Translation. Everybody knows about that role, and everybody knows about the ending. It's very, that's what made her really be in the public's eye, so to speak. And of course, she did a couple music videos. I think she did one with Justin Timberlake, that one video of the year. So that's pretty interesting to see that she worked with Justin Timberlake at one time. And she was in the SpongeBob movie, A Voice, Mindy. Wow. In the SpongeBob movie. And of course, here's another movie that basically put her in there as an action, in the action genre. That's The Island, Michael Bay's movie. Now, I haven't really seen the movie. I know it has to deal with cloning, and I don't know if I spoiled it or not. Cloning and another island. I don't think so, because that's really the whole movie. But I haven't, I got to check it out. I heard it's a good movie. I hear it's not a great movie, but I really need to check it out. This is one of the movies I absolutely love, and I really like her minor role in there, and that's The Prestige. She plays Hugh Jackman's girlfriend at one point, then Christian Bale's, but she's like a magician assistant. I really liked her in that role. I loved the movie. That's Christopher Nolan's film. So she has been working, she's worked with a couple interesting fellows, and Christopher Nolan as a director and Jose Whedon. So she has been paired with a lot of big names, especially also Bill Murray. So The Prestige, though, if you haven't seen it, watch it. The Other Boleyn Girl. The Other Boleyn Girl. Opposite Natalie Portman. My mother absolutely loves that movie. It's not my... Eric Bana is in the movie. It's okay. I mean, honestly, it's not my cup of tea, but she's also... she's pretty good in it. Her and Natalie Portman, interesting combo there. Eric Bana in there. The Other Boleyn Girl, I think a lot of people would like it, but me necessarily, I thought it was okay. But she did great. She didn't do too bad. The Spirit, God, what an awful movie. What a stink fest. I will never. I don't even think I want to just rewatch that. Do a It's a piece of shit movie. Do not watch The Spirit. And of course, Iron Man 2. When we first get introduced to Black Widow. God, man, she would look fine. Scarlett Johansson is a very beautiful woman. She's very. She has the curves in all the right places. But Iron Man 2 just made me just like drool over her. I mean, with the long hair, with that suit, and the kick-ass moves. As you could tell, she's so short. I don't know how short she is, but she looks very short. But I absolutely loved her in Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2, a lot of people hated on it. I actually really enjoyed Iron Man 2 a lot more than Iron Man 3, but she definitely, that's her introduction in there, honestly, with Black Widow. And she looked fine as hell. I have that poster. I don't have the poster. I have the little picture. And of course, Avengers really brought more of Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow / Black Widow. I mean, her character, she just starts, and she's just getting better and better with this character. So I think Scarlett Johansson is just nailing that role. And then we have Hitchcock. Now, Hitchcock, I checked out. That's with, what's his name? How did I forget his name? I don't want to say Anthony Hopkins. She played the lead, Janet Leigh. She, the lead for Psycho. I thought she did a great job. I thought that movie, I thought it was going to be better, but she did an awesome, pretty good job. Of course, she's, the blonde and stuff, so I thought she did a pretty good job in that film. There's nothing too special about that film, honestly, so you can't really, but she did, they directed her well. Now, these upcoming movies, Don John, which I didn't really care for. I didn't think it was as funny as I thought it'd be. But she looked pretty nice in that one too. She's definitely eye candy, but she's not only eye candy, she can act. And you get that from the sense of Under the Skin, she plays this robotic, but she's actually an alien looking for hosts. And I thought, and they actually use real footage of actually her trying to pick up guys. So that's a pretty, that's live right there. That's live, picking up guys, staying in this role. I thought she did a magnificent job in Under the Skin. I didn't necessarily enjoy the movie because it was so slow and it just seemed like it was just repeating itself, but she did an amazing job in Under the Skin. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend you check it out at least once. She did a great job. She really felt eerie, mysterious, and especially that ending felt creepy and grotesque, sort of. Not overall grotesque, but she really just captured a character, and I really didn't focus on. I didn't think this was Scarlett Johansson. I thought it was this particular character who is an alien, basically. And then her. That movie was amazing with Joaquin Phoenix. Her and Joaquin Phoenix had great chemistry. She was only a voice. She was only the voice of Samantha, but absolutely loved everything about that movie. I thought she nailed the part. You could feel the emotion coming out of that voice. Just like Tom Hardy and Bane. A lot of people didn't like how the mask was basically taking over his whole face. But if you look at the eyes, the man can act. With Scarlett Johansson, I thought she nailed it. I really enjoyed it. It really just made that movie even better. I mean, at first you do say that's Scarlett Johansson, but then as you watch it, you're just like, that's Samantha. So her is such an excellent movie. Recommend that as well. She nailed that part. And of course, Winter Soldier. She really just took Natasha and really evolved her, really gave her personality, really gave her a comedic sense, and also a sense of a tragedy, so to speak. She wants to get, she did bad things in her past and she can't escape it, honestly. So great stuff from Scarlett Johansson from Winter Soldier. I was like, do we really need Natasha in Winter Soldier? But yes, they did. They definitely did. Chef, she had a little minor role with Jon Favreau's movie. I love that movie. But there's really not too much in there. Lucy was a movie that I was very disappointed in. So that was probably maybe Scarlett Johansson's kind of weaker performances. I thought it was going to be a lot better than it would be. And when I went in there and I came out of it, it's just like, that definitely was a miss for Scarlett. I thought it was just going to be something better and more just something more just unique, but it wasn't. It was generic. So Scarlett Johansson kind of missed the ball on there. Then of course we have Avengers: Age of Ultron coming up. Can't wait to see what she does on there. Especially with her and Mark Ruffalo, that's going to be an interesting dynamic there. And then she has the Jungle Book. She's going to be a voice in the Jungle Book. And that's basically all her, pretty much, what she's really been in and what I've seen. I know you probably guys seen a lot more Scarlett Johansson movies, but that's what I've seen from Scarlett. She don't like Scarlo, or is it Scarlo? Yeah. She hates that nickname. Of course, she had that brief marriage with Ryan Reynolds. I thought they were great together. I was like, whoa, Ryan Reynolds, he got, good for Ryan. And it would have been cool to see, Black Widow and Daredevil in Marvel movies, but it didn't happen. They divorced. And of course, she has now a child. I don't know if it's a daughter or son. I'm going to go daughter on this one with this French guy. So they both moved on and both have kids, and they're both, living happily lives. But Scarlett Johansson, man, what a great actress. I think she's only getting better. I cannot wait to see her in Ghost in the Shell. I honestly think she'll nail that role. I think she'll bring that role justice. Like I said, it's okay if her being Makoto, but the rest of the crew, I would like some diversity. It is going to be interesting with her being named Makoto, Kusanagi, in the film when Scarlett Johansson is Jewish / Sweden or something like that. So interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. But she's one of the A-listers. I want anime to be in the spotlight, and she's one of the female leading ladies that could bring that there. She could carry her own movie. I would go watch it. So good for Scarlett Johansson. She is one of the best Avengers, and she is one of the best actresses out there. Black Widow, can't wait to see Age of Ultron, see what she does with it. Can't wait to see more of the dynamic between maybe her and Cap, or her definitely with the Hulk. Let's see, let's go. That is the spotlight on Scarlett Johansson. Let me know your thoughts on her. What do you think about Scarlett Johansson? Do you like her? Do you not like her? What films are you anticipating? Jungle Book, Ghost in the Shell, Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron comes out next week for the general public. So let me know. Subscribe, like. Thank you guys for staying with me on these spotlights of the Avengers. Now, this is the final Avenger spotlight because, you know what? Let's keep it tight. Let's keep it tight. And it's just right around the corner. So have a good day, guys. Have a